What if an island could show you landscapes you wouldn't expect to find in Europe? This is Madeira, a destination that doesn't look ordinary at all. Here you can stand above the clouds, walk through seemingly untouched landscapes, and watch the ocean shape the land in real time. The line between land and ocean is never completely clear. It looks beautiful at first, but the more you explore, the more unusual it becomes. And what you see next could completely change the way you look at this island. An island wild, mysterious, and almost untouched. What makes this place truly special isn't just how it looks. It's how quickly everything changes. The deeper you go, the more unexpected it becomes. And by the end of this journey, you might see nature a little differently. Let's start this trip in one of the most dramatic landscapes in the Atlantic Ocean. Above this amazing place, Pico do Areeiro rises, is the third highest point on Madeira Island at an altitude of 1,818 meters. From this elevated spot, the sweeping view allows observers to extend their gaze over the unique grandeur of the Madeira mountain range with the Atlantic Ocean in the background. This landscape was born millions of years ago when volcanic eruptions pushed molten rock from the ocean floor. What remains is a rugged mountain range that now defines the island. Narrow paths carved into the rocks, stone staircases winding through ancient cliffs, and endless views above the clouds. Pico do Areeiro is one of the most visited places on the island thanks to its good access and facilities. But that's not all. From Pico do Areeiro, you can start one of the most remarkable hiking trails on the island. We are talking about the PR1 Vereda do Areeiro, which goes to Pico das Torres, 1,851 meters, and then ends at the highest peak of the archipelago, Pico Ruivo, 1,862 meters. Vereda do Areeiro is a 7-kilometer route of moderate difficulty and takes 3 hours and 30 minutes, covering part of the Central Mountain Range. The hike from Pico do Areeiro to Pico Ruivo is one of the most spectacular high-altitude hikes in Madeira, one that few travelers expect. It is a demanding hike suitable for those in good physical condition, offering dramatic views of volcanic landscapes and panoramas. The trail, although difficult, rewards hikers with breathtaking views from the island's highest peaks, making it a must-see destination for adventurous spirits looking to experience the island's majestic heights. Our journey continues to a place that seems untouched by modern times. This is the Fanal Forest, which sits on a plateau where clouds slowly float over open meadows and old trees stand quietly in the mist. The atmosphere here seems remote from the rest of the island, almost as if you have stepped into another world. The Fanal Forest is part of the Laurisilva Forest, one of the last surviving examples of a subtropical ecosystem that once covered vast areas of southern Europe millions of years ago. Many of the trees in Fanal are centuries old. Their thick trunks and wide branches reveal the slow passage of time. Some of them have been here for more than 500 years, continually shaped by wind, rain, and shifting clouds. The constant humidity, strong mountain winds, and drifting mist have slowly sculpted their branches into twisted shapes. Each tree looks different, almost like a natural sculpture carved by the forces of nature. Fanal exists in a very special microclimate. Humid air from the Atlantic rises up the mountain slopes and condenses into clouds. These clouds move through the forest almost daily, bringing moisture that sustains the ecosystem. Unlike many forests that depend mainly on rainfall, the Laurisilva ecosystem absorbs water directly from the clouds. The leaves capture tiny droplets of moisture, allowing the plants to survive even during periods of low rainfall. A walk through Fanal is an experience defined by its tranquility. The mist softens the sound, the wind moves gently through the branches, and the landscape feels calm and timeless. It is a place where nature moves slowly and quietly. The combination of open meadows, old trees, and floating mist creates one of the most unusual landscapes in Europe. At times, the forest seems almost cinematic. as if it belongs more to a fantasy story than the real world. More than a beautiful location, the Fanal Forest is a living reminder of a prehistoric ecosystem that once spanned entire continents and which still survives, hidden in the mist and protected by the island's unique climate. On the north coast of Madeira, there is a place called Seixal. Surrounded by steep cliffs and open ocean, this small stretch of coastline has remained quiet and relatively untouched. What makes Seixal stand out immediately is its black volcanic sand. Unlike the golden beaches found in most of Europe, this shoreline has a darker and more dramatic look. The texture of the sand combined with the surrounding cliffs creates a setting that feels both unusual and visually powerful. The landscape of Seixal is deeply connected to Madeira's volcanic origins. Millions of years ago, lava flows reached the ocean and solidified into rock. Over time, the relentless movement of the Atlantic has eroded these rocks into fine black sand, slowly shaping the beach that exists today. The Atlantic Ocean is a constant presence here. Waves travel vast distances before reaching the shore, bringing energy and movement to the coast. The sound of the ocean combined with the open horizon creates a sense of scale that is difficult to experience anywhere else. Behind the beach, steep volcanic cliffs create a dramatic backdrop. Due to Madeira's humid climate, these cliffs are often covered in vegetation. After rain, thin waterfalls may appear cascading down the rocky faces and adding another layer of movement to the landscape. Seixal is not just a beach, but also a small village where life moves at a slower pace. Local traditions, simple routines, and a strong connection to the land still define this area. This adds depth to the experience, making it seem like more than just a scenic stop. When visiting Seixal, try to arrive early in the morning. The beach is quieter, and the ocean shows its most intense blue tones. On the north coast of the island, the weather can change quickly, so it is always a good idea to bring a light jacket even on warm days. The Atlantic can be powerful here with strong waves and currents. If you plan to swim or film near the water, be careful. For calmer conditions, you can visit the Piscinas Naturais do Seixal, where the natural volcanic pools offer a safer and more controlled environment. Formed from volcanic rock, these natural pools offer calmer water while also being directly connected to the Atlantic. They are ideal for both relaxation and unique visual photos. For the best views, explore the surrounding cliffs. From higher ground, you can capture the complete contrast of black sand-green mountains and open ocean in a single frame. Seixal is a stunning location, a place where the connection between land and ocean is visible in every detail. There are places where the land slowly turns into the sea, and others where it ends abruptly. Welcome to Porto da Cruz, a small coastal village in the northeastern part of Madeira Island, quieter than most places on the island, with fewer tourists and a slower daily pace. The area is known for its strong ocean waves, traditional agriculture, and one of the last remaining sugarcane plantations in this island. This landscape here is dominated by Penha d'Águia, a massive rock formation that rises steeply between Porto da Cruz and Funchal, and is one of the most recognizable natural landmarks on the island. Like much of Madeira, Porto da Cruz was formed by volcanic activity. The rugged coastline and dark steep cliffs all reflect the island's geological past. The beaches here are made of black volcanic sand, contrasting with the deep blue of the Atlantic. The waves often come in with force, making the coastline seem dynamic and in constant motion. Also called the Surfer's Hideaway, the coastline around Porto da Cruz has become known for its strong waves and dramatic scenery, attracting surfers and nature lovers from all over the world. Powerful winds off the Atlantic coast create waves that attract those looking for more challenging conditions. Porto da Cruz is not just about rocky landscapes and traditional agriculture, it is also a place where natural beauty and culture coexist. Here, the local cafes and simple routine reflect a more traditional side of Madeira, away from the more touristy areas. This land is known for its traditional sugarcane processing. Here, at Engenho do Norte, is the only distillery that produces local rum using traditional methods. Visitors can see the old machinery and how rum has been produced here for generations. But Madeira is not defined by one place. So we continue our journey where the energy changes, where the pace is more brisk, and the island reveals a different story. On the southern coast of Madeira Island lies Funchal, nestled between steep mountains and the open waters of the Atlantic. The city appears to be built in steps rising from the port to the green hills that surround it. This unique position has defined life here for centuries. Funchal is one of the oldest cities in the Atlantic and was a key point in Portugal's maritime expansion in the 15th century when it was founded, and it quickly became a strategic point for Portuguese explorers. In modern times, cruise ships have a constant presence along the harbor, connecting the island to transatlantic routes. As they arrive and depart, they bring a different rhythm to the city. For many travelers, Funchal is just a stopover, but for others, it becomes a place worth staying. Along the waterfront of Funchal, the promenade is one of the most active areas in the city. Here you will find cafes, small bars, and views of the harbor, especially near the Funchal Marina. The area is well maintained and easily accessible, making it a central point for both locals and visitors. Above the city is the Monte area, a quieter place known for its spectacular views. From here, the entire city and the bay open up to the viewer, offering one of the most beautiful panoramas in Madeira. The island's mild climate allows for the development of spectacular gardens. The Monte Palace Tropical Garden is a mix of exotic vegetation, lakes, and elements inspired by Asian culture. Nearby, the Madeira Botanical Garden offers an impressive collection of plants and colors, with direct views of the city. The streets of Funchal are full of details. Historic buildings, local markets, and decorated facades create a mix between tradition and modernity. The Old Town area maintains a slower pace, where cafes and restaurants reflect the island's lifestyle. Life in Funchal is constantly influenced by the island's geography. The roads rise and fall between neighborhoods, and each level offers a different perspective on the city. The pace is calmer than in major European cities, but it retains the energy of a busy port. After the dramatic landscapes of the island, Funchal offers a necessary contrast. It is the place where the journey stops for a moment, where mountains, ocean, and city meet in a rare balance. A natural end to any exploration of Madeira. Some places are easy to describe, this one isn't. Madeira is the kind of place you only understand once you've been there. At first, it just looks beautiful. Mountains, ocean, green landscapes. But the more time you spend here, the more you realize it's not just about the way it looks. You don't have to do much to enjoy this island. Just be there, look, and let the place do its thing. The way clouds move slower than you expect. The way ocean waves never really stop. Here, nature does not compete to be seen. It simply exists, powerful, constant, and untouched. There is a silence here that feels different. A silence shaped by wind, distance, and time. The longer you stay, the more you notice. And somehow, without trying too hard, this memory will stay with you. If you've made it this far, you've surely felt something too, and you understand why places like this matter. And if this kind of adventure is for you, you'll probably enjoy what's next. Explore amazing places with me by subscribing to this channel. I'm Gilmar, and until next time, stay safe and travel far.